is being recorded.
All right, hello. Thank you for tuning in today. This is an all-member broadcast. I'm going to make a YouTube video as well, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything and hear everything. Today is regarding our forensic audit software and training program. It's a special introductory uh, time. The training is only going to be $499, so you're going to want to get in as soon as possible before that price increases. This is only a one-day training class. We have a three-day training class as well, which is a lot more expensive. But this one is going to give you everything that you need, and you will leave with the forensic audit software. This software is being made available to the public for the first time since 2009. It's been updated significantly. It has appraisal analysis. It has points, discount points analysis. It's got um, good faith estimate versus HUD 1 reconciliation and tolerance analysis. So there's has a lot of information in here, a lot of tools that you can use to assist individuals with RESPA claims, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, Truth in Lending. Um, it's very extensive. The training class is only, again, $499, um, and you will be able to try out the audit software for 1 month for free. After that, the introductory rate is $49.50. Okay, so you're going to want to get in on top of that because that price is going to increase to around 70 or so dollars per month. And you'll see there's going to be great value in that, because what's going to happen is that with that $70, in addition to the software updates, the index updates, HBI index updates, if there's any new laws, which there's a host of new laws that are coming through, then the software will be updated for those, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll also get continuing education every Tuesday. So for all of these topics that are here, Truth in Lending, Real Estate, Settlement Procedures Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, all these various topics here. If you are a subscription member, even securitization topics, you will learn about certain topics that will be presented during the Tuesday training throughout the month. So that's going to be your other benefit, other than the software, having access to the software as well as software updates. You get continuing education on these topics, so you'll be able to bring questions to those meetings as well if you're having issues with clients or what have you. So that is going to be a great benefit. For $499, you also leave with your very own audit. So one of the things you're going to be doing is using the software. You'll get it, a copy of it, before the class, so that you can input certain information from your own mortgage documents, or if you already have an audit in the past and you have a client that you want to use or a family member, just turn in those mortgage documents. That's what you'll be using for your class training. And then what we're going to do is have you input that information and show you how to use our admin panel, which is our wholesale input panel. When I first started, I would use this and give people discounts, or my wholesalers discounts, if they completed this, because it would get rid of a lot of the grunt work. So a lot of them would use secretaries or what have you, wives, whatever, spouses, to input this information. And then when I got it, I'd say give them a $50 break, and I would just come to my main input screen and just put add wholesale input, and it would populate. Now obviously you'd have to recheck just to make sure they input it properly, but most of that work would be done. So you're going to do that before the class, so that way we're not doing it during the class, and that way we can focus on the true learnings, the things that you really need to understand, how the software works and how the laws work, how to do certain aspects. Now you're not going to learn everything in one day, and that's why you have to come to continuing education. But you're going to learn everything you need to do a full audit on your particular property, and whatever issues come up that are not in the class, because there's going to be potentially other students in the class, and they're going to have different issues. So we're going to learn all the issues that come up in that class, and then what does not come up, in that class, then you can basically come to continuing education. So when you start your class, when you start actually doing it on your own, which I encourage you to do shortly thereafter, immediately thereafter, to test out the software for the month, you can bring any problem clients to get assistance, so we can help you get that done. So that's be a part of your monthly membership payment. So that's something that you won't get anywhere else. So it's constantly getting assistance. So even though you're going to essentially be getting almost all of the income now, minus just the monthly payment, uh, you essentially will still be getting assistance. Now keep in mind that that payment is going to increase. It's starting off at $49.50, so you want to get in it early. The first month is free, but it's going to increase to around $70 a month, which is equivalent. Tell you how I figured that out, which is equivalent to include the training, and it's equivalent to roughly uh, 3 wholesale audits a year. All right, so just to give you a perspective, that's not a hard break even for you if you can achieve that level. So it's going to be very easy for you to pay that back and to get your start making money on these on your own in very short order. I mean, literally, you can in the first very 2 audits, depending on how much you charge, which is up to you, you can charge as much as $500 or more for these. So you can really do quite well. And again, the, the training will be available. Topics will be posted to premium members. So you would also be a premium member. You get other benefits that premium members get for your subscription as well. You'll be able to access the network area, and then that's when you get the announcements for the Tuesday topics. Now we won't have every single Tuesday, won't necessarily be one of those topics, because there's going to be other things that we want to be learning, but definitely twice a month at a minimum, or on a requested basis, we will be going over those topics if the need is there. So what we want to do is make you familiar with this audit uh, software. It's going to take you through some of the key areas of it. This is the main area where you can put in your company's name. If you could even wholesale it. You can wholesale other companies. You can put in their information, their logos. This is how you add that. We'll be learning that in class. And here is the main input form. So when you click add wholesale input here, which is you're going to all get a copy of this, or you're going to get, when you get a copy of the software, you're going to be required to complete this and email it in, the inputs in prior to class, so that, I'm sorry, not email it in, you're going to have it completed prior to class, so that when we get to class, we'll show you how to input it, which is pretty much just clicking add wholesale, and then it's going to populate this screen here. So then everything that's left is what we will go through in class for your particular property. So you should leave class at the end of the 8 to 10 hours with your audit of your mortgage of your own property completed. So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to be all the major issues. So the software has our rescission letter. It has our QWR letters for refinance and purchases. It has our summary, our audit summaries. We'll show you how to use this. Again, this is not a complete software product. It's also a system. So when you can imagine, when you're doing an audit, you're going to be actually doing some manual work as well. It's not just inputting things. You're going to be required to think, and you're going to be required to make changes, and you're going to be making notations so the client knows exactly what it is that you're talking about. So in this report page, you may add certain things that are not already built in, just to place emphasis, especially on the last part, where we have the final review. You're going to put your own you're going to summarize what you found, so that the client, the key areas, not everything, the key areas. Let me show you how to do that. How to summarize. There's certain things that are going to be staple, that will always be in here, and then the rest will just be specific to the client. Show you how to summarize that. And then the HUD-1 will show you how to put in the inputs, the amounts from the HUD-1, as well as which ones are finance costs, which one are high cost related items. And these are all laws prior to 2014. Now the software will be updated for the new laws that are being launched this year, but the reality is 95% of all your clients are going to have loans that were originated prior to 2014. So you probably, it's going to be a rare instance where you would have a client that originated a loan in 2014 or 2015 and now they have a problem, unless they just believe that they were taken advantage of and they just want to see. So the vast majority of your business is going to come from pre-2014 audits. So that's what this is going to be for. So that's what the training is going to be targeted towards. This tolerance, this is a new add to the software where we can compare the new GFE, or GFE, the good faith estimate, versus the HUD-1. So it checks tolerances by category. The bottom line there is that the individual at the end you could end up finding thousands of dollars for your clients, that they tangible money that they are entitled to under RESPA to get refunds. So they pay you $500 and you find $9,000 for them. So from that standpoint, it would be a significant benefit to them to consider that. So there's also going to be other ways that you're going to be able to get refunds for your clients, what we call payments accounting. And that is under our payments accounting, we have a payments accounting module where we show you. Now this right here, what we suggest is that this is not included as part of a basic forensic audit. So if you have a client that has maybe years and years of escrow issues, payments issues, missed payments, return payments, then what you're going to want to do is offer them a general payments accounting audit, okay, which we actually have a sample of that in the back office. And that would be, you would quote that separately based off of the amount of years that you did, how far you went back, how much data. So that's something that you would have to come up with. But we'll show you how to do a basic reconciliation. This is a more thorough reconciliation. We'll have a separate class on this. But we're going to show you how to do a forensic audit reconciliation where you have what the lender says they owe, and then we have the mortgage documents, the contractual obligations, things of that nature. And we'll show you how to reconcile that to see if the client is entitled to a refund based off of just the mortgage statement, right? And then that'll be a refund check. So these are 2 points of refunds. You have HUD-1 settlement statement issues, and then you have payments accounting and escrow issues. You learn how to do that and help to get people credit for errors that the servicer made. And these errors can be used to sue the servicer using RESPA. Okay, and then this is our general inputs that shows the summary of pretty much all the data, the findings, and what have you. So you learn how that works. This is a summary of the loan payments. It'll show you if it's an what the APR is, things of that nature. So you'll see how that works. This is our amortization schedule. When that's completed, you'll see how that gets updated and how that works. And then these are our how to check for payments accounting. So you're going to learn how to do that. Each one of these has their own tab. This is just basic amortization schedule. This is one for a non-option arm, and then we have one for option arm, and then we have the option arm negative amortization calculator. And then we have just a general amortization schedule that you can use on the side to do your own personal calculations. Then we have the accounting, payments accounting. And we have the index, the HPI index, which we use for our appraisal analysis. We have our LIBOR. LIBOR is built into this. This is because many of the adjustable rate mortgages are LIBOR, we have the LIBOR index built in. So we'll show you how to do that. If you have a MTA or any other type of arm, we'll show you how to do that. Most of the references where to find things are in the input form. We have links in here that shows you how to get the data. We have this right here shows you where to find it on the documents, what particular document to get it from, the information from. Here's the links here. This is when we're doing assessment of the individual's ability to repay. So we would want to put their tax information in there. This is the appraisal analysis, and we use certain AVM tools to compare. So you're going to learn how to do this, and you're going to help people be able to get leverage against their lender. Now, how do you enroll? Well, for the first for this very first training class. It's only $499, and you, if you want to use PayPal, you can get that for zero down. Just use the PayPal method where they have where it's a bill me later, and that's up here. It's called PayPal credit special offer. So you may have to do that in two pieces: 250 transaction, use PayPal credit special offer, and then 249. You won't pay as long as you pay by the end of 6 months. You don't pay any interest. Or if you have the full $499, just pay here on the Green by Phone, pay by check. And like I said, shortly thereafter, you will get certain materials to get started. The class starts at 9 a.m. The classes are going to be February 11th and 12th. You can have a choice of either date, and it's going to be from 8 to 10 hours. And you will get a training disclosure agreement. You'll get the software so you can input your mortgage, your personal mortgage, into that wholesale input page. Before training, you will receive a link to the online meeting platform to make sure that you can see my screen and log in and make sure everything working properly. You'll get the pre-class tutorial videos will show you how to input that wholesale input page. So you're just going to want to do all of that before class. That way, when we get to class, we can start working on getting that input and then getting your educated on how to do the audit for all your individual mortgages. So you're going to learn HUD-1s, Truth in Lending, RESPA, mortgage statements, appraisal analysis, and much more. As I mentioned before, you're going to get continuing education. You can sell these audits for retail anywhere between $400 and $700. You can easily make your money back in this class. Now, the initial month is going to be free after the class for the software, and then after that, it'll be $49.50. And that $49.50 is going to be in place for a period, and then it's going to go up to $70. But before it goes up, it won't go up for about 6 months. But for individuals that start now and individuals that start later, it's going to start off at the $70 or so range. But before it goes up, you should have back your money and then some and be in the black. So we're going to talk about that at the end of class, how to get in the black quickly. And that's why we have our leads program, so that you can get into the black quickly and get these individuals their forensic audits. All these individuals, almost all of them, have issues with RESPA from the standpoint, or have potential issues with RESPA from the standpoint of payments, accounting issues. What happens is when servicers transfer so much, especially with just rate mortgages, oftentimes they have transfer balance issues and missing payments and things of that nature. Those are potential refund items, and they're also potential items to sue them under RESPA for inappropriate servicing of accounts. So this can give your clients leverage. So almost every client that you speak to that's in pre-foreclosure can use a forensic audit. Also, if they did a refinance, even if they refinanced more than 3 years ago, they can't cancel the mortgage, but they can recoup. There is no limitation on recoupment. So if you find a truth in lending error in the finance charge or the APR, they can still have recoupment and offset, which can be used for loan modification purposes. So you'll learn about that in class. You don't want to miss that. So at the end of the class, we'll show you how to get in the black, or talk to you about how to get in the black quickly with this. Again, you're walking away with the training, the audit software, and you're already going to get your personal audit. You may walk away with a refund on your own property. So that you may pay for it in class, right? So you may walk out of class already in the black. So that's something to consider as well. So, and then here are the training topics that you'll learn, okay? Here are the training topics that you'll learn throughout Tuesday training. And then here's some comparisons to CFLA, which I don't believe from a forensic standpoint there's really a true comparison, but obviously I'm biased. But you can come check for yourself. Some of you are CFLA trained, so you can check, and then when you have the class, you can also give me feedback if you think that I need to make any additional improvements. But I know they don't have software, and I know that their audits are not as extensive as BOSS certified training audits. So that's basically today's Lunch and Learn. I hope that many of you will decide to take advantage of this offer, 0% financing, or $499, walk away with the software and your own audit maybe even walking away in the black, meaning that the refund that we find you would pay for this class and then some. Okay? So any questions, let me know. This is going to be recorded and we'll send the video out. Thanks a lot, and hopefully I'll see you in class soon.